Okay, hi everybody, welcome to the final of the 228th deathmatch Billy Weekly between Fiendmonger and Blockmonoid, and let's start. If you hear some background noise, that's my son that is playing, so I'm sorry for that. So we have Blockmonoid who just got his Elo ranking over 700, so he's a master now, and his opponent is Fiendmonger, who to get here defeated Jamdalaf in the semi-final and me in the quarter-final, and then Smoku, so quite a lot of talents on his way. Let's see what happens. So Fiendmonger starts with metalworking and Blockmonoid starts with archery. So clearly Fiendmonger has a stronger start. Archery is pretty bad, and I suspect the other card is not too useful as well. So Blockmonoid draws, and now Fiendmonger has two options. He can use metalworking, which he does, and so he gets Code of Laws with the first use and Clothing with the second. That's, I mean, score-wise not great, but Clothing now is quite dangerous card because he has at least 3 colors in hand, not 2 colors in hand, and with metalworking makes 3. So Block is in a tough spot. He draws 1. Now it depends which color he has in hand, but if so, he decides to play Masonry. So Masonry has the advantage that it allows to meld several castles at once, so it's a decent counter against Clothing, and can give Monument, but I wouldn't count too much on it at the moment. So Fiendmonger melds Clothing. Now we will see. Okay, he decided to meld Agriculture. This is not what I would have expected, in the sense that it gives less points than melding Code of Laws, but maybe he was afraid of pottering being played. So blocks keep drawing. So Fiendmonger decides to share and gives pottery to blockmonoid, and then draws philosophy and a share. Blocks keeps drawing. So block plays sailing. This will make Clothing less effective. Now Fiendmonger could use Agriculture or Clothing, depends on how many points he wants to get, and Depends also if he has something like calendar or mathematics. If he had calendar, that would be a great move. Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi. Thank you for joining.
That's okay. Sorry, I've missed the start.
No, no, no problem. Thank you.
Um,
Um, so it's pretty good start for fiendmonger, I would say. Like he has all the scoring cards more or less.
yep.
And he achieves one after playing calendar. So block is definitely on the. He needs to come up with something. And by the way, did you see that block just got a 700 rating?
Oh no, but yes. Oh, okay. Right.
And it was funny. I don't know if you noticed, but recently they made some changes to the way the elo is computed. In case of consecutive wins, you start winning less. Like you against the same player, you start getting less elo. And
Okay, I had not noticed that.
yeah, so in the case of block, he won against Jamdalla, and it was the second win. So they removed the 3% from the what he was supposed to get, and then
Oh,
as a consequence, he got to 699.93.
that seems to defeat the purpose of Elo. I don't remember that being in chess when that happens. Uh, but
That's
anyway, so what have we missed? Okay, so Block got Monument from Masonry.
yes. And
Um,
so he played domestication, mysticism, ores, and rod building, and now he could use rod building to to steal clothing, but like I think I mean Fiendmonger now has a huge advantage in score and can use calendar to draw quickly.
yes. Um,
Maybe maybe block could go with sailing, but okay, instead map making, but unfortunately. Needs more, at least one more crown to make that work. And then he used domestication. Will we see canal building?
okay, so he can get a few points with map making if he wishes.
Problem is now Fiendmonger can use calendar, and level 3 has a lot of crowns. Like he could find optics, or he could find.
Yes. So yeah, Block has to make hay while the sun shines if he can. Um, but yeah, I mean, calendar is only calendar, right? It's not fermenting, which would be a lot of cards. It's still only 2 cards per action.
Okay, block has ores sitting under road building, which could be a problem in theory. But okay. So we went for metalworking. But I'm a bit surprised. I mean, calendar seemed a better option.
Well, it gets him the 2 3s, I guess, rather than a 2 and a 3.
Well, the calendar would give 2 frees.
Well,
No,
there was still a 2 left in the
no, but
deck.
calendar
Block
draws.
got because
Calendar
Metalworks
draws.
is shared. Yeah.
Calendar draws frees directly.
Oh, so it does. Yes. It's a while since I've played. Oh, sorry, it's a while since I played well. Let's put it that way. Um,
In case he found.
okay, so yeah. So that just obviously negates map making, and I guess block needs to strategize a bit.
Let's see what
Um,
cards are there with crowns for level 2. Well, either he has mathematics, but yeah, I mean, he could play mathematics and steal one.
yeah, but he probably wants to keep pottery, I would imagine, because that's the card he can score with. Okay, so
To block uses, so he really,
just dumping some stuff to get some points, I guess.
yes. I mean, unless Fiendmonger really likes the 3 he has in his score pile,
It's
I would keep
I
educating.
can't, yeah, I can't imagine him accepting this offer.
I mean, also this is a bit odd from block because, okay, he needs a points, but this sort of um, leaves the possibility to Fiendmonger to use calendar without problems somehow. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Translation. Okay. Okay. I see a universe in which Fiendmonger, no, in which block gets age free. I mean, he could, Fiendmonger could just use calendar and then see if he gets optics. And if not, use agriculture. Once and then use it again, and then age 3 should be his, I think.
It certainly seems to make sense to use calendar once to no, okay, metalworking again. Well,
Oof.
that seems to have backfired a bit
Yes.
because map making is now scoring a 1 and a 4, so that's age 3 for block immediately.
Yes. That's an odd choice. But also, like, I mean, he has other ways to score. Like, I don't see. Also, this makes my map makings even stronger because now he gets 5 points per use.
Yes. Right. Okay. So I would assume block will use map making and achieve 3. Otherwise,
Yes.
Fiendmonger will do it next turn. Yeah.
Yeah, this is something we need to ask.
Okay. So I think he'll take the achievement because otherwise Fiendmonger can return a 4 with agriculture.
Yeah, that's not enough
Oh
points.
no, that's not enough now because of course he's got those. Okay.
He might go do it again.
Yeah, he might do it again. I mean, he needs the thing is he needs yeah. So he could achieve draw of
Mysticism.
4. The timing's probably okay to get 4 as well. So yeah. This seems like a
Mm. Yeah, it seems block is turning this around now.
yeah, so scoring those 2s. Okay, now we get there.
Yeah, but it's not like okay, he will. I mean, he has options. Like he can get rid of map making and then use road building.
Um, I mean, Oars is under road building, so he could get rid of road building and then
That's
see about getting rid of some of Fiendmonger's cards if he thinks they might have crowns in them.
but like score wise, block is okay. I think. Like I would keep mysticism to like play a 4 if needed.
Yes.
And under map making, there is sailing, which is also a good option in that sense. Yeah. So probably anything except mysticism. Like my idea for keeping road building was that he could use road building, cover gunpowder, and then
So if he has, we know he has optics, or if he has no engineering got scored, didn't it? So I think he'd have to transfer road building.
actually, yeah, that's an interesting point. If he kills mysticism and melts optics, he can even get world. But I mean, I don't see. Probably not that good. I mean, he has to get 3 and 4. Try to get 3 and 4.
Yes.
I mean, 3 he just has to achieve.
I suspect Block is trying to work out what happens here in terms of, okay, so Fiendmonger's going to get probably, we don't think Block will give up mysticism. So Fiendmonger's going to get one of the twos, either road building or map making, and a 4 to get to 14 points. Block could then achieve 3 and use mysticism to meld a 4. And then if Fiendmonger uses gunpowder again,
And mysticism.
he can give up mysticism unless he covers it when using mysticism, in which case he would have to give up.
Yes. Yeah, but
Well, if he gives up road building this time, then he can always give up ores for only 1 point to make sure that Fiendmonger can only get to 19 and can't achieve 4 in the next turn.
yes. In any case, so he chose map making.
He chose map making, which would not have been my choice, but
Longer.
I'm not 700, so um, so I would assume mysticism because it's like sailing but better,
Yes.
and except the problem here is if he covers mysticism, then
Yes.
Fiendmonger can use gunpowder and we'll get 4 next turn. That's why I was keen to get rid of road building.
Now he's sending.
Okay, so he's done this instead. Okay,
Oh, I see. Now gets compass. Okay. So we see mysticism next move. Hmm. Okay, Fiendmonger should probably. I mean, now he can do a bunch of things. Return a 3 with agriculture. Return another 3 with agriculture.
yeah, but so block next turn will use mysticism and achieve 4.
Well, but if
That,
we put some 3s in the way,
that's a good point.
then it's at least it's not guaranteed.
That's a very sensible move for Fiendmonger. You're right there.
So that would go to bring him to 22, and then they both like Fiendmonger has optics and Block has mysticism, so they are sort of
Yeah. So I think Block has lost the chance to get the 4th achievement if Fiendmonger returns at least 1 3.
yes.
I mean, he could return them both, and then he'll, I guess you say, have 22 points.
I think I think Fiendmonger is slightly advantage because he has a 4 in hand also. So he can return twice with agriculture, get the score, and
And
then
then meld this 4 and achieve next turn. So yeah, I don't think there's anything Block can do about that.
yes.
Of course, Fiendmonger can just meld a 4 with optics. right? He might have to give up 1 point, but
Yes.
um,
But I don't know. I would prefer to have agriculture.
yes, okay. I mean,
Oh,
he can still return a 3 here.
you should now. Like there is no. This is last chance.
Yeah.
Should return a free. And also he has maybe he's thinking he wants to use education to go to H7. That's also a possibility.
I mean, but I'd take the, okay, maybe.
I can I see a future in which
Well, I'd still want to have achieved
no I
four, the fourth. Yeah, I mean, he can keep education in his hand and, do return a 4 later, right? He didn't,
yeah no
he didn't
I
do it
agree,
now.
but
So that's,
I,
yeah.
I'm just being a fortune teller and I tell you what the next move is. I'm not saying I agree with it. Just I mean block has to use mysticism.
Yeah, I mean, he's got this opportunity, so he shouldn't pass it up.
Yeah.
Obviously it's melding blind, which is always a bit a problem, but none of his top cards are great at the moment.
Yeah, I agree.
Machinery's good, but he's so far off the leaf majority that um, it's probably not going to come into play.
Yeah, maybe at the moment the most valuable things are, well, yeah. I mean, assuming that education, yeah,
Okay,
okay, so printing press, get a 4, achieve 4, I presume.
you would think so, indeed. Right.
Does he wants to go for some? No, okay, so now we see education. Now block has no way to score. It is. I think fiendmonger made his life much harder. Like I think he could have been like having 3-4.
I think yes. I think that's always, as we've discussed before, when there's a competitive achievement going, it's usually worth
Yes.
taking it, even if it's maybe a slight detour from
Mm.
your overall strategy.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, so this game will go to at least age 7.
yeah,
So I think he can still take advantage of things.
but yes, I mean, Fiendmonger has agriculture he can score with, and
Yes.
so we'll end up getting a 5 at some point.
I'm just surprised he's not. I mean, he has education, right? I didn't dream it.
Uh,
Yes. Okay.
he does have education, does he? Okay. Okay, yes, because there it is. Okay.
So returns a 5. Now the big question is, which 7 will he get? Because if he got a red or a green, then he will not be very happy. And also there is a risk that maybe Block has something like Enterprise.
I mean, that's, yeah, Enterprise or Reformation might be
Yes.
quite good for Block, partly because they're good cards, and also, of course, they help printing press by being purple. So, okay, so he's done that, which is fair. So I guess he had neither of those, and then that's a way to try and get that.
I mean,
And now everyone's favorite, colonialism.
it's not that bad.
It is no, it's just well, I always feel there's something I'd rather have got.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, Block could do with some splaying here. He has quite significant stacks and could very easily get, the majority in everything if he gets the option to display some stuff.
Clearly needs call. I mean, this is but I mean, like one problem fiendmonger has is like he can easily go behind on crowns. So for instance, if Block had Enterprise or Society, then things can easily.
Yes. Um,
And
and of
if
course, Fiendmonger's ahead on leaves, but he's missed the ages with cards like statistics and vaccination, which are often very useful when you have the leaf majority to get rid of your opponent's score pile. I'm not sure what the useful leaf cards in later stages are. There's lighting, of course, which is a good card for scoring.
if we had lighting, I think we would have seen it already.
Yeah, refrigeration isn't bad.
Yeah, but I mean, at least it makes you score, but to some extent, agriculture is better.
Yeah. So he hasn't automatically melded it, which suggests it's a
Oh,
okay.
ooh. If Block has Society, this is like a 1 second move.
It's unlikely that he does, so it might see mysticism again.
Yeah. I mean, I this is something I would never expect me saying, but in this position, I would consider bringing Code of Laws on top. Because like things can go.
Yeah, it protects against compass as well to some extent, as well as improving the number of crowns. Yeah, education's kind of done its bit. The problem, of course, is that you would then lose the light bulb majority.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
But at that point, I mean, you play. Yeah.
yeah, we can't do a lot of. I mean,
Yeah.
he can display. He can't display his yellow card.
Yeah.
So, but he can display his blue cards up, which gives him extra leaves, which
Yeah.
is useful. So, right.
Okay. The quest for
I mean,
society continues, but
that will get him 5 if he wants it. Not this turn, obviously, but next turn.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, fiendmonger could try to end it by score if he wanted. Like 2/8 education, agriculture. But I mean,
Yeah,
Block can keep up, I think, with, and he will. Like now, he will increase his score for sure.
yes, but okay, he can't get the achievements because he's the only one drawing fives and then sixes, and he's only able to do it one at a time. So Fiendmonger will, if Fiendmonger can ramp the score up, he can probably get the achievements because you're only returning one card with education.
He should use agriculture and achieve 5, I think.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if Block would share, like
Because
accept.
now that machinery's gone, there's no danger of having high cards in his hand for Fiendmonger. Um,
Yeah.
yep.
Now will Block accept? What would you do, Chris?
Well, the problem with accepting is that it makes agriculture like pottery, right? Fiendmonger will get another 7. So he'll score an 8 and get a 7 back. And then he can do it again. Now he's got, so it basically gives your opponent a free action. So the question is there any way for Block to get how quickly can Block get a 6, right? He can
Yeah.
use mysticism. I mean, if he has societies, as you said, then that will get him publications. So that's maybe Block's quickest way to get to a high age. And if he doesn't have it, he can use mysticism again. So I think not accepting is the right thing. Um, because if he steals publications
Yeah, it's over.
now, then Fiendmonger doesn't even have a 7 in hand to meld. He's gone, he's been knocked back to the Stone Age, right?
Okay, astronomy. Share, I presume.
Um,
Oh, actually, this is not bad because here he can use encyclopedia to meld the 8. It's not bad.
of course, he can achieve 6 now as well.
Yes. Yeah. Probably should, I guess. Like agriculture, you put us, you get rid of a 6. Yeah. And then, so 6, yeah.
And education would get him a 9.
I mean, it also
Yeah.
depends what the 8 is, but like
Yes.
getting the 6 immediately, because otherwise Block in one round, like chemistry. I don't know, my general philosophy. If you can achieve, achieve.
Yes. Um,
But then he has options because like assuming B8 is mildly useful, um, he can do many things. I think. Or another option, of course, is to use optics, hoping to get call, which would be a winning move. Less orthodox, but yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. I think it's unfortunate for Block that he didn't get societies in his,
Yeah,
2 or 3 5s that he had,
yeah, I
because
mean,
that would have turned the game on its head,
yes.
because all you get in return for giving up publications would be a 5, and so everyone's at the same level.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, Fiendmonger's 2 choices are encyclopedia, or okay, that was not one of the choices I was going to come up with,
Yeah, I mean,
or use agriculture and achieve 6.
yeah, I think that was. I
Maybe he
mean,
likes the
yeah, maybe
6.
he likes
There's
the six. That's an option. But that when now,
What's
because
that 3 likely to be? Because he could have returned the 3, and that would have got him 30 points as well.
sort of,
So that he could have achieved 6 while keeping the 6 in his hand.
let's see, maybe paper, medicine. I think feudalism and alchemy were scored.
Alchemy went when, yeah, in the share of metalworking melds democracy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh. Don't quite.
that's odd because
Yes.
he can't score with it,
Yeah.
and he covered up education, which seemed like a better choice of card. I don't know.
Yeah. Mm, yes. Not sure.
That was a mystery to me.
One more question for the post-match interview.
I mean, astronomy looks like a reasonable bet for Block, right? You could get atomic theory, which is not a bad card. Okay.
Block has decided it's time for a long game, I think.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, right. He's just going for domination of symbols. He might have statistics, and now it's like, oh dear, bye bye, Fiendmonger score pile.
He should achieve now, I think. I wonder if a problem is that he doesn't want to share. Because, I mean, like with agriculture, you sort of want the other people to share.
Yes.
Because when you, as you said, it becomes like pottery. It's like a,
But he's by giving up education,
yeah,
he's lost that path of
yeah, no,
doing that. So accepting the share of agriculture is less dangerous, I think, for Block now than it was the previous time, because when Fiendmonger would have got another 7, could have used agriculture again, and then education would have got him a 10, and then the game is pretty much over. Um,
I'm just because democracy is really like,
I don't understand that.
okay.
Okay, I mean, I'd share this, I think,
Mm,
but it sort of depends on what cards are in your hand, whether you want to necessarily give one up. But I think
I
it's not a bad thing.
So he is. Yeah, he wants to get to 7 quickly, I think.
Yeah. 6, 7.
So
Another 6 and achieve. Yeah.
maybe block return perspective also because he wants to block optics. I wonder. Like beside this.
I feel he did that. I mean, it was a good card if he wanted to score a lot of points, but I think the problem is that he needs to get up through the ages. I think that's where his problem is. It's not in raw scoring points. Um,
I mean, next move must be. Oof. Okay, so vaccination. I see.
okay, and so vaccination will get him 7, achievement 7.
Yes.
So that's more useful in terms of melding a 7 rather than giving up 1 point from fiendmongers.
Mhm. So now personally, I would go on encyclopedia, meld whatever it is, and draw, and pray that block doesn't get explosives.
Well, the danger of using encyclopedia is that okay. Oh, and draw. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the alternative is to use agriculture again to get to 40 points,
Yes. But
and then draw, and then the next turn you can use encyclopedia and achieve 8.
but then you have to you
Oh,
lose.
but
Yeah, okay, he
vaccination.
could use agriculture twice. Maybe that's enough.
Well, he could use it once, right? Okay, well, he could use it twice.
No, I'm just saying
If
if
you,
he has to lose 8 points to meld the 8,
that is true. Yes, sorry.
so he
So
has
yeah,
need,
that's a long way off working.
so he needs. Yeah, I'm not sure. Even agriculture twice. Yeah.
Mm.
Problem is like now block can hope to get 1 point with astronomy. Measurement could give wonder in the long run.
Yeah. Um,
Um, I presume that fiendmonger. I mean, the 8 must be something bad because otherwise.
I think it must. My guess is it covers crowns.
Mm,
Probably. I mean, there may be other bad things about it, but I don't think it's one of the blues because the blues are always good.
mm.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, if it were quantum theory of rocketry, you do it without thinking.
yeah, those are the cards you always want. Um,
Mobility, maybe not because it's useless. Flight, I mean, could give.
flight's a good card. Skyscrapers is not useful at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it
Um,
might become
and won't
useful
be useful
next
for a
move,
while.
but
Socialism's not great. Empiricism won't help him.
yeah.
I mean, the problem is that he can't get the majority in anything but crowns, really. He's
Must
well behind in factories, well behind in light bulbs. So,
If it were mass media, you still do it, I think, because when you display out green, purple,
yeah, I think yes. Um,
and then you get rid of 12 points, which is enough to delay a bunch of things.
yes, I agree with you there. So I think we can say it's not
Yeah.
mass media.
It must be something like antibiotics. antibiotics, mobility.
Of course, as we discussed, the problem with melding and then activating the dogma is that it might get covered immediately with vaccination, although the chances of that are, well, if it's green, they're fairly high because we haven't seen metric system or classification yet. So there's a fair chance that both greens are still in the stack. I mean, neither of those cards is bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, they
classification maybe I would go with. In this case, not so useful. Yeah, I think drawing and melding democracy, like with those two extra actions, I think things would be a bit different.
yeah, I don't. Okay.
Okay, but 8 must be really bad. Maybe he's thinking, considering democracy, to get one more 8.
Right, which he can share now. I mean, it will give block an 8.
Yeah, I mean, block has
which means that block will get the 7th achievement.
Well, block gets the 7 achievements anyway.
Block gets the 7th achievement anyway. Yes. I don't think I've ever used democracy when I had to share it, except in a situation where it guaranteed me the win.
Yes.
It's
Well,
always tricky. Okay. So that was a bit of a anticlimax of a turn. Draw and draw. Okay.
and democracy can be nice if you want to like make sure the other player loses cards.
Yeah, you can bluff, right? You can bluff a bit but that seems to be not the case here because he could use it twice, of course, successfully.
Block has decided that.
Okay.
Yeah, very
That
ex-
wasn't what I expected.
well, I mean, he can get more points while he can. Like he will just wait. Like he even has societies. Okay, one more question.
Maybe that came later.
Really?
Did he draw any
With
sides after
measurements,
Melton's economy?
with measurements, yes, it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, block is. And he did this so that he got that 2 is either a red or a is either mathematics or a red or a green, I think. Because like he could choose what to return.
Yes, he chose which 2 he returned with
Yeah.
the chemistry.
It
So
must be
yeah.
something useful, I think.
So I guess yeah, he'll wait until the last moment to use vaccination in case he accidentally covers a measurement because he wants to get wonder. Yeah,
Yeah,
because he might cover measurement with bicycle, which isn't
yeah.
a particularly favorite card. And now vaccination will give fiendmonger a 7. It isn't as useful as you go on. Um, Hmm.
I mean, at this point he should at least draw a 7, otherwise block weights more. Okay.
Okay. I mean, eights versus sevens. It's
Yeah,
that doesn't look particularly forward going.
that's true. But he could, yeah. I mean, he could use agriculture, get enough points. Oh no, it's the same problem as before. Yeah, yeah, not sure. Yeah, block
Yeah.
weights more. Let's see if a 2 is returned. No.
Invention, right, which is no use. So now he's got the
Yeah.
crown majority and the leaf majority, which is very powerful here. And so off goes construction and there goes wonder.
Told ya.
Yep.
Yeah, and now he has like if he can get Empire anytime he wants. Like as soon as crowns
As soon
are
as the clocks start
clocks, yeah.
showing.
He could even start using, yeah, no, okay, maybe colonialism, no, but
I mean, he could also astronomy. You might get universe via astronomy,
yeah,
right? There, because astronomy is drawing sevens as well. So I think, yeah, I'm putting money on Lock here because Fiendmonger has just been treading water.
yeah. Also,
I
no,
Yeah,
like I really wonder what how bad that 8 must be because mm,
yeah. I melding democracy. I just do not understand
yeah,
because if education was still there, there would be a a possible path for Fiendmonger now. He's
yeah.
drawn another card, and is that the card he wants? Is he fishing for something particular, or is he just I don't know
Yeah,
what to do?
really?
He melded machine tools, but it'll be hard for him to get the factory majority because most of the cards with the factories are red.
I
Um,
don't know what he's hoping for, like, because right now he's behind on everything.
he's behind on everything, yeah, because he hasn't splayed anything.
Yeah, and also like he doesn't have the points. Hmm?
Well, that doesn't seem to be. What was that?
Oh gosh.
Um,
So vaccination gets
and 7. So he gave up explosives and
yeah, you
got
can
combustion.
just
That I mean, that could have worked out. Well, probably not. Right? He couldn't have covered up too many of his factories.
I mean block now can even start stealing with combustion if he wants. Like, he just needs like draw one card, make sure that he melts an 8 with the next vaccine round of vaccination.
Okay.
Okay, so it's over now.
I mean, join.
No, it's over because now block uses vaccination, melzanate, and achieves.
Yes, you are correct. But yeah, okay, that's hasn't really helped. So, okay. Yep. Well, that swung.
Yeah, no, the only question is if blocks needs one more round or he melts rocketry or quantum theory. In which case he gets Empire.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yep. Road flight, and there we go.
And block wins it.
Yep.
Congratulations. Master is even more master. Okay, so we stop here and we will possibly join for a post-match interview if players are into
Sounds
it.
good.
So let me